Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about angles, and we're going to talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of angles: acute angles, right angles, obtuse angles, reflex angles, and straight angles. And we're going to talk about it in the context of a circle, because I think it makes a lot of sense here when we do that, all right? So let's just talk about what an angle is. An angle is basically composed of two rays and a vertex, okay? And the rays meet at the vertex. They intersect at the vertex. And depending on how wide open these two rays are, okay, is how you get these different types of angles. So let me show you what I mean by that. Now, we all know that a circle has 360 degrees, right? So if I did a quarter of this circle, it would be 90 degrees. Anything less than 90 degrees, for example, like here, this would be an acute angle. All right, so an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. Let me just write that over here. Acute is equal to less than 90 degrees. All right. Now, if I were to do exactly a quarter of this circle, so let me just do it this way, draw another ray that goes up to there, that would be what's called a right triangle. So let me just do it like that. A right triangle has exactly 90 degrees. All right. Did I say triangle? A right angle has exactly 90 degrees. Kind of important. And they're also known as perpendiculars. So sometimes you see right angles identified with that little square. Okay. Obtuse angles, let's just draw another line in here, another ray. And again, we're using this as one of our base sides. So another ray will start at the vertex. Let's go out. Okay. An obtuse angle is greater than 90, but less than 180. All right, so obtuse angle less than, oh, I said that incorrectly, less than 180, but greater than 90. And that's called an obtuse angle, okay? So let me just put that up there. Now, when I go straight across, all right, so here's one ray going this way, and here's a ray going another direction, exactly in the opposite. You might recognize that as also a diagonal of this circle. A straight angle has exactly 180 degrees. Let me just write that over here. Okay. And then finally, a reflex angle. Let's just draw one more ray over here. Okay. A ray has, and actually I should put that straight there. Let's do this. Okay, so it includes that whole thing. We'll call that straight angle. And then a reflex angle has greater than 180 degrees and less than 360, which would be the whole circle. Okay? So if I were to draw this out, you could have it look like this. Acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, whoops, skipped one there, straight angle, reflex angle, which would be this part here, and then it's all of them, all right? So acute, right, obtuse, straight, and this part, reflex. The thing about the reflex angle, some people think you're drawing this part here, which would be acute, right? But it's not, all right? So I hope that was helpful.